Hi guys, my name is David Graham. I'm the co-founder of Diplomatic Rebels. And I'm going to talk to you about intrapreneurship and how to be an effective and impactful intrapreneur, or as I call it, a diplomatic rebel. A diplomatic rebel is a person that with one hand is able to challenge the status quo and change and move the organization in new directions, but at the same time have the diplomatic skills to onboard people to these new realities. I'm going to share with you what I call the top 5 advice on intrapreneurship, or the 5 habits of highly impactful intrapreneurs. People will hate your project, accept it. There will be resistance. And this is a basic human nature, the fear of change. What you're doing is changing the way that the organization have been working, the processes, its structures, or its very identity and core. And this generates fear because people won't know, how will I fit into this future? Will my capabilities suffice in this new reality? Will I still have a job? You need to be mindful of this because at the end you need people to come along on your project. So the better you can understand where this fear is coming from, by also understanding the past of the organization, the better you will be to make your project happen. The second advice is only to break the rules that you understand. You will be breaking rules, lots of them, both formal and informal. This is necessary for you to move the project along. You need to change a lot of ways and processes. And to really make people join this, you need to understand why these rules were there in the first place. What's the history of this organization? And you need to be humble and respectful towards this. And understand that it's the current business that's paying for your salary. And you're really standing on the shoulders of giants as you're looking into the future. So be mindful of how these rules were set so you can help people come along on the journey. Third advice is to build a tribe, because you need to get people on board and behind you on this project. And therefore you should not look at your project as a product or even as a project, but more as a movement. Because you're changing the way of working, the processes and tools and structures of the organization and the very mindset and culture. And for this you need it to become a movement. So you need to figure out ways that you can make people join you and come behind your project. Fourth advice is to write love letters. Metaphorically speaking, but also quite literally. What does this mean? It means that you have to be very humble and diplomatic in your ability to reach out to people. You will have to leverage the existing organization's capabilities and resources, but often you won't fit into the resource allocation systems. So you need to be able to navigate this and make people understand what you're doing and make them want to join and be part of your project. So this demands that you are very humble and you're very kind in all your communication to the stakeholders and people around you. The fifth and final advice is to make other people shine. Because if you do strike gold and if you are successful, you want to make people join you the second time around. So make everybody shine that was part of the project and celebrate them as heroes. Even the people that showed resistance initially, make sure that they are rewarded and celebrated. Then they'll come back for more the next time you have a project.